Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the American Tier 7 Heavy, the T29. Now both replays are going to be using both guns that this tank can get. So the first game I'm now fully upgraded, and in the game after this you're going to see I'm basically stock. I've got I think I've got the top turret but not the top engine or this gun. So I've got the 90mm. Now that's the thing about the T29. The 105 is pretty nice. It's a good gun. Obviously 320 Alpha at tier 7 is nice to have. The accuracy not too great, but the reloads, yeah, it's alright. But then you've also got the 90mm that you get on the M6. Now that gun is, its rate of fire is pretty damn nice. Its pen isn't great, it's got 240 Alpha, but it's the rate of fire which makes it. And that helps me a lot in the next replay. But anyway, this replay. We've come to the middle on Pearl River because it's where I like to go. It's a good place to go. You can get some good brawling action in. And we are nicely top tier. We've got people like this MT25 that can't pen me. And we're just going to basically see what we can do. So we get unlucky with that RBRT on the Crusader. Probably could have aimed it better, but I thought I wouldn't get the shot in before he pulled back. And we decided, you know what, we're going to get rid of a gun. So the ARL's gone because he was putting our heavies under pressure. And then this Comet's come. So we're like, you know what, we need to try and shut down the MT25, but unfortunately he gets away. And this Comet is relentlessly bouncing on. He's in fact a Cromet. I'll call it a Cromet because he's a Cromwell. Well, he's got the Cromwell turret. He's basically stock. We get so unlucky that that shot on the Crusader didn't shut him down, but he's sticking about for some reason. I don't know. But we give up with him. We're like, you know what? We're just wasting time. So we're gonna go after this Cromet. I'm sticking with that. It's a Cromet. We're going after this very stock Comet and try and see if we can get some nice damage into him. And while we're here, because he's now running away from us, while we're here we can get shots at these heavies down here too. So that Cromet has literally just gone, nah, I'm out of here. I'm gone. We get a nice shot into his ass as he's burning, and he's still alive. He doesn't burn to death, so we're going to see if we can get the kill on him. And fortunately we shut him down. And then we see all these guys down here. There's a Tiger P. I think there's a Deadbolt, P43 Tur or Biss. And that MT25 from earlier on. Well, hello sir, you didn't get away for long. So we're now going to go down and get these two guys. Sorry, you know, the tier 5. We're just tier 5 and tier 6. We're just going to go bully them. There's no point in sticking around here. So we shut down the P43 Biss. And now it's just this centrifuge, and this centrifuge is not going to pen us. It's just not going to happen. You have to be very, very lucky to pen us or be firing premium. But even then, he'd still struggle. And we can two-shot him very easily, because I think the centrifuge is a Matilda with a Panzer IV-H turret. And I want to say the Panzer IV... No, I don't think it's the Panzer IV gun. I'm not sure what gun it's got, but I know the pen on it is pretty bad. So it's not going to pen us. So shutting down that centrifuge has put us on 5 kills, and we're now thinking, oh, okay, there's 4 tanks left. So there's an artillery, it's going to be in the base. There's a medium spot, it's going to be in the base. 2 TDs. Now they've not been spotted all game, so the likelihood is either they're lurking down the 9-0, or they're going to be in base. And then the artillery gets spotted and the TD. So it's like, okay, we just need to go ahead towards their base, because that's probably where all the damage is going to be. But yeah, the T29, it's, for some reason, I mean, I know it's a good tank, but we just don't seem to get on. Like, I might switch back to using the 90mm, but that means for me probably firing quite a bit of premium, which is something I want to avoid doing. Like, that's the one thing I like about this 90mm, is the fact that it's got such good pen, because obviously it's also the T32 tier 8 gun. And the T32... It's good on both tanks, and obviously pen's good enough. If you've not 198 isn't enough to pen tier 7s or tier 8s, or even some of the tier 9s, you can just switch to the premium, which is like 248 pen. which is more than enough to pen pretty much everything you'll meet. So it's a win-win. But that rate of fire it's okay, but it feels slow, to be honest, at times, and the accuracy on it derps a lot, like you've seen with a few shots we've had in this game, like on the Crusader, and it kind of irks me a little bit. So when we came out of that spot there, we got spotted, and at that point, because I know it's an E25 that was left, I knew he'd be hiding in the magic bamboo somewhere. So I just thought, you know, I've got to get low. I've got to get away. Otherwise, if we sit where that TD is, we're never going to spot him, and he can just farm us. Look! I mean, E25 camo #1 in action, as we shut down the artillery, and #2 magic bamboo. Like, that guy was sat less than 100 meters away. We just couldn't see him. So he tries to squirrel away, but we shut him down. We get a nice roll, 321, and we get our 7th kill. So that was the Devastator. And that kind of shows this gun, this tank. That was a first class, high caliber, Devastator, Top Gun, steel wall, and it was pretty much a match where the T29 had great matchmaking and just bullied. It's a good tank. It's a very good tank. It's very, very good when it gets hulled down, because obviously the turret is very, very strong. But it's not one to out DPM things. It's not like a Tiger 1 in that way. So which is why I quite like this 90mm and I want to try it out again. So here we are on Moravanka, and like I say, we're not top, we're top tier, which is nice, but we are not fully upgraded. This is stock engine. I think all we've got is basically the top tracks and the top turret, and that's it. And so this was like this might have even been the first game I played in it. I just used free XP to get that turret, and we're going to basically go to this little corner on Moravanka where we can use our turret armor. We can sort of use the good gun depression that this thing gets, and we can basically stay hull down for the most part. Now, we were firing at that bush because you never know, some TDs like to go sit in it and you can blind fire them at times. And free damage is always good. So here's this Jagdpanther. Now, that is a tank that with the 160 odd pen that this stock gun gets, we're probably not going to pen. So we're going to need the 260 odd pen APCR to go through him. Now the APCR pen is overkill, but even so, the 160 AP pen won't go through it, so we need the APCR. And this is the thing about the 90mm. I want to use it, but I know that I'm going to end up firing a lot more premium than I really want to. And it is one of those guns that, as soon as you press A, it becomes a whole nother animal. Like, just because of the shell velocity, it likes to derp a fair few rounds. But as soon as you press A, you get good shell velocity, great pen. So all of a sudden, the gun becomes fantastic. And like I say, the DPM on it is really nice as well. So you can rip things to shreds really quickly. Now this 45 TP pops round, shoots us, luckily only tracks us. And then we get to shut down that guy. That poor little G1R. I mean, I feel sorry for him playing that tank. Then we shut down the VK3001D. Now this Tiger P's come into the party, and he doesn't fail to pen us. Unfortunately, we derp the shell towards his tracks into the ground, and then we track him. He's used his repair kit now, which is exactly... well, I say exactly what I wanted. Really, what we wanted to do was keep him pinned, but using his repair kit is just as good a bonus as anything. Now that ONI is going to be a problem. We are definitely going to need APCR for that guy. There is no penning him without the APCR. So now we're showing the weakness of the Tiger P. Well, while we're safe and hull down in this position, he's not, because we can just rip to shreds his cupola. And then this pesky VK3001H appears. And it's like, you know what? We need to get rid of this guy from behind us, because then we can just deal with what's in front of us. So we shut him down, focus him down, and then turn around. Now we've got this Jagdpanther over here, and you'll see how awkward they can be with the AP, because we bounced that one, so we switch to the APCR. And then this is where the derpy gun handling is. Well, it's 0.38 accuracy, and we just keep missing and not hitting the right spot. And so we keep bouncing this Jagdpanther, so we finally pen it. And we're looking to try and finish him, and try and do it. But again, we bounce. I mean, I know we're at a sort of an awkward angle, but we've got a great pen. We should be going through that guy most times, and we're just not. He's had enough of getting penned and is hidden. And now these heavies in front of us have basically grabbed our attention. We spot the IKV at the back, though, who's randomly facing the other way. We're not going to let him, because he's quick, he can get away from us quite easily. We don't want to let that happen. So, we are basically just trying to shut him down. But he's now presented himself to us, so who are we to say no to that free damage? As we shut him down for our 4th kill of the game. Now this Oni's turning round, giving us his side, so you know what? We need to come round this corner and shut down this 0.5 TP, which we do. We get our 5th kill of the game, and we shut him down. And the Jagdpanther has been a bit pesky there, because as we killed that guy, he popped round and popped a shot into us. Now I get detected then, so I'm thinking, oh, is the Oni looking round? But no, it's actually this Jagdpanther, I think, swiveling round. And I'm getting shot in the butt. Now there's a light tank with that heavy tank, but it's definitely not him that's just shot me. So I've decided, you know what, I can't sit here and get shot in the butt. If he kills the guy like he does, the C71 CMCD kills the T44, we can't sit there and take shots in the butt. So we're basically going to shut down this AC4 experimental when I've got the reload in, and then we're going to just push into the Oni so that T71 won't be able to farm us in the ass, basically. So we track this Oni. Let's say, I know I've got a bit of time, because it is a CMCD, it's going to take a little bit of time to get to me. But as soon as I get detected, my thought is, you know what, I've got to go. So we get targeted, that's it. We know that that light tank's coming up. He's shot us in the butt, it's time to go. Unfortunately he tracks us, so we burn the repair kit, kill the Oni, 8th kill of the game. Swivel round, this T71 CMCD's made him mock up, and he's dead. And just like that, we've got 9 kills, 4.9k damage, and a Radley Walters medal. And that was a nice game for a pretty stock T29. High caliber, ace tanker, Radley Walters, Devastator, Top Gun, and a steel wall. And it was a pretty non-stop game. And it was one that, if I had the 105, I definitely wouldn't be able to do what I did, to be perfectly honest, because I wouldn't have had the DPM. 2.5k base XP, 39 shots fired, 34 hits, 25 pens. Reasonable ratio for a gun that's not that accurate. But again, most of the time, they were in our face. So, there we go. 9 kills, Radley Walters. So, as always everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.